Okay, let's talk about living in fear. This video has been triggered by some comments I've had on my travel channel and friends of friends comments because I am driving 4,000 kilometres from Brisbane to Darwin, and I'm now about to head inland from Townsville. And some of those comments have been projecting fear, and I want to talk about that. I want to lean into it. And I want you, if you are a younger person, to try and understand why people do this and why you shouldn't fear things. Now, some of the comments I've had, quite a lot of the comments I've had about heading inland have been about serial killers in the outback and how we shouldn't pick up hitchhikers and you shouldn't hitchhike there. And also, one of a friend said I should buy an axe to go through the outback. And I've been thinking, and you have a lot of time to think on these drives because there's kilometres, hundreds of kilometres between towns. I want you to understand why I'm not afraid. I do have fears, but I'm not afraid, and why you mustn't be either, because there are people out there who want you to be afraid. They want to project their fear onto you. And this comes from a place of either they can't do what you're doing, and therefore maybe they are jealous that they can't do it, and therefore want to try and pour water on what you're doing, or they are genuinely fearful themselves. And that will come from their conditioning. There are two types of people that want to project that fear onto you. They will be your friends and family. And it may be because they have a genuine concern for your safety and well-being. And that's fair enough. I've got a 23-year-old daughter. I have concerns for her well-being when she's doing some things. Less so than her mother. Her mother, you know, when my daughter decided to travel Australia and Thailand and eat Southeast Asia, my ex-wife was very concerned about it. So your friends and family are the first people. The second people that are likely to project this are people in charge. And they're going to be coppers who will say, oh, it's for your health, sir, your health and safety. We're concerned for your safety. We're concerned for your well-being. And government, people in charge in government, civil servants, the government, who are concerned for your well-being and want to project fear onto you. And the latter two do it from a place of wanting to control you, because people who are in fear or living fearfully are very much easier to control. That is why governments say they give travel advice. It's not because they care about you as an individual. They couldn't give a fuck about you as an individual. What they want to do is they want you to believe that the United Kingdom, or whatever country you live in, is the best country and you should stay there, and that other places are dangerous and worse, so that you remain in that country being a tax drone, doing your 9-to-5 job, paying your money, borrowing money to live, so that you are part of that system. And in my experience, wherever you go to, there are dangers and you should take reasonable precautions. But in most places, people are friendly and just trying to get by like you are and like the people in your country are. And they're not out to kill you. And that's not to say that, you know, in particularly sketchy places, there aren't people who are out to get you and to kill you. I think that would be a huge minority. Could you end up dead because of circumstances? Yes. You're in a particularly sketchy place at night and someone tries to rob you and you resist and something just goes wrong and you end up knifed, or you end up in a bar brawl and you get smacked on the chops and end up knocking your head and dying. So circumstantially being unsafe is more likely than somebody actually setting out to do you serious harm. So don't let these people project fear onto you. If it's my time in the outback and an axe murderer is waiting for me there, then it was probably my time anyway. And I'm not going to go back to the UK and sit in fear and sit in my house and watch life pass me by and the world pass me by because I could end up dead in a foreign country. This brings you on to the two major fears that, of course, your friends and family and the government and people in charge are going to project onto you, and that is fear of being incarcerated. Someone plants drugs in your luggage and you end up in the Bangkok Hilton for 10 years. And the worst one, the fear of death. And you mustn't fear death. Now, I'm not religious and we're not going into a religious angle here. I was chatting with my cousin in Wellington and he is religious. He has a relationship with God, and he said he doesn't fear death because he knows there is a room in God's house for him. Now, I don't believe that, and I still don't fear death because I believe that before I was here there was nothing, and when I leave here there will be nothing. And actually, the way I see the world is that it's not the nirvana that a lot of people see who are constantly trying to prevent their own death. They're constantly trying to prolong their life with drugs. They go out of their way to make sure they stay alive. And I don't get me wrong, I don't want to die immediately, but equally, I don't now fear it. And if it's I fear pain when I'm dying. I don't want to die in agony. I don't want to get stabbed to death and lay there bleeding out for 20 minutes. And when you relieve yourself of those fears of being injured, dying, being incarcerated, when you no longer feel those as fears, it will liberate you. It will liberate you from what people think of you. It will liberate you from the worry of travelling or going places that people say are dangerous. So if you are doing something, and however well-meaning your friends and family project fear onto you, or your government projects fear onto you, don't listen to it. Go out, do what you were going to do, take reasonable precautions, but don't let other people project their fear onto you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.